Hello, it's me, Anya. Welcome back, or if you're new here, hello. I am a film student slash artist slash small shop owner person. Yes. Um, so I'm doing something a little different today. Last October, I joined Inktober, which is basically like a challenge where people follow a prompt list of things to draw for 31 days. October's 31 days, right? Yeah, like Halloween's on October 31. So my friends and I decided to make a prompt list and join October, and it was my first ever time doing it, and I just wanted to go through all the drawings I did, my thought process and things, and yeah, let's go through it. Okay, so October day 1 was plant party, and in the beginning, I wanted to do like a surprise party in the wild with the flowers and stuff, but that didn't work out, so I made it like a plant asking another plant for a dance, like they're at a prom, so he's like, you know, with the punch bowls and stuff, he's like, may I have this dance? I think the color scheme was more of like my old color scheme, like when I first started out drawing. I think it's okay though. I don't hate it. Inktober day 2 was a Ghibli redraw. I always forget if it's Ghibli or Ghibli. But yeah, I chose this scene in Howl's Moving Castle, and it's one of my favorite films, and yeah. I usually have a really hard time with side profiles, so I wanted to draw as many side profiles as I could this Inktober. Day 3 was favorite Sesame Street character. Okay, now I never watched Sesame Street. I like watched glimpses of it as a child, but never really like a full episode. But I did watch the Elmo show. I forget the title, the one with Mr. Noodle, and he had a goldfish and stuff. So I just incorporated like this techwear style with Elmo, and he looks pretty sick in my opinion. So this day was a fangirl's room, and in the beginning I was super skeptical if I could even finish this because it usually takes me like multiple days to finish like a pretty detailed room. So I just decided to do something a bit simpler. I didn't even color it in like on a different layer. I just dropped that color in. But I kind of like how simple it looks. I really like the color scheme even though it's not what I usually use. And the next day our prompt was emos in love. I believe I chose this prompt. I don't really remember. But yeah, I got this photo off of Pinterest and I thought it was a good idea. Left girl was looking good, and then I drew right girl and I'm like, wow, I hate this. Also because the lighting on her side of the photo was like way darker, so it was hard to see like the folds of the clothes and stuff, and I really need a reference. Like I'm not at that point where I can draw confidently without a reference. And this next day was of a cat slash flower girl, so I just incorporated flowers into this cat girl drawing. I believe Seth thought of this prompt, and this whole Inktober I kind of just wanted to practice everything, so almost everything has a reference, and I just wanted to get used to anatomy and shading and clothes especially. For this day I believe it was Mushroom House. I don't usually draw in this like cutesy style. I used to and I tried, but it's just not for me. But I'm okay with it. It feels very like Apple Cheeks or Think Shoe to me, if you know them. Okay, and for this day it was character from favorite childhood literature. I can't English. So as a child, the books I read were like Geronimo Stilton, Private Iris, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and the girl version of that. So I decided to draw Private Iris but like grown up, so I have this reference on the top left for just the hair, and then I used this other reference for her outfit and her pose. And this next day was picnic. As we were all drawing this, we were all like, gosh darn, why did we choose so much food? Because food is kind of hard to draw, you know? And I completely said F perspective for this one. Like, none of the perspective makes sense. I'm aware of that. It's just, I think this is when I like started to get kind of tired of Inktober. You know, it's my first time drawing this long consecutively. Moving on, we have me but odd expression, and my friends and I decided to include the whole odd expression part because I feel like it's much easier to draw like someone with a poker face, or like that's what we're used to drawing, and we wanted to push ourselves outside of our comfort zone. So like, you know, it's much harder when there's teeth and tongues and whatever. Like, it's so weird to draw a freaking tongue. It's such a weird part of our body to draw. Is it just me? Okay, and this is on October 13th, so our prompt was breakfast, but we also realized, oh, it's Seth's birthday, we should include him in the prompt. So we asked what he usually ate on breakfast. So on a good day, he said French toast, bacon, eggs, maple syrup everywhere, and like a cup of coffee. So that's what we drew, and I just made it very cartoony. Didn't try to make it realistic for this day. And this next prompt was Shades of Purple. This prompt was made by Yara. And I just drew this portrait reference from Pinterest as usual. And I didn't put as much effort into this one as I did the other portraits. I feel like though through Inktober, I kind of figured out my style a bit more. Also, this day was Frog Meets Frog Finds a Friend. I was very tired this day. Didn't try much. This is a frog and a butterfly. The end. Anyway, yeah, so I kind of discovered like what particular parts of my drawings make it like mine, and I just tried to carry that out through the entire Inktober. This was item personification, so we get an item and make it a person. Like, I've seen a lot of people do this with like ceramics and glasses, and I keep popping up the photo here of my object reference just so I can see the pattern of the bowls or the plates I'm doing. I'm also very proud of the dress and the side profile because she had no head in the reference, so that was just from my brain, and I'm very proud that I did it. Next was, oh god, what was this? Psychedelic art. This was hard. I used the liquefy tool a bunch and the symmetry tool thing, canvas reference. I'm just saying art words at this point. This day was character from a game, so I decided to draw Raze from Valorant. I really wanted to draw Valorant characters for a while, but I don't really know how to stylize them because they're already like a drawn character. So I just, you know, did my usual like textured coloring, and I really struggled with the background for a while, but at the end of it, I think I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I've never really drawn abs before, and Raze has like nice abs. This one was grayscale. Oh god, I know grayscale is really good like to practice your contrast and just lighting in general, but I had never drawn, no, that's a lie. I drew grayscale when I was like in grade 10. So that was years and years ago. So I drew a spam. I think it looks okay. The S freaking killed me though. I hated the S. This one was party animal. So I drew this fat cat. I've recently gotten into cats since Seth got a cat, and I think he's very chunky and adorable. Yes, happy birthday to this cat. Okay, I made this prompt. I regret this prompt so hard. It was so hard to conceptualize and draw, and everything was just from my head, so I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But this was cereal flood. So I made this lady sit on a Fruit Loop, and it's just milk pouring from one side. Okay, next is Impressionism / Van Gogh style art. And I didn't know what the heck Impressionism was, so I had to Google that. I studied that in like first or second year college, but it's been a while, you know, and it's very out of my comfort zone as well. It's very different from what I normally do, but I kind of like how it turned out. I usually never draw water and stuff like that, and yeah. Okay, and this day was baby. I have very limited experience drawing baby, so this was a challenge. Um, it was I don't know what to say about this. It was a baby. It kind of looks like the parents are trying to grab the baby, but it's really the baby's hands. I don't know if it was just the reference I chose or I didn't color it right. I'm okay with it though. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Oh god, I hated this one. I really did not like this one. This is just becoming like a roast me art thing. You know those? But this was spoopy salad. So we basically said make a salad and put like a bunch of Halloween candy in it. I had never drawn a salad up to this point in my life. So I put like chocolate eggs instead of normal eggs, some M&Ms, gummy worms. Yeah. And this day was outfit I wish I owned. So I just took this reference from Pinterest again, and I do really wish I owned this. I don't know if I will ever be able to wear something like this, especially in the Philippines because it's freaking hot. As much as I would love to wear blazers and stuff, I feel like I would melt within the first like 10 minutes, which is not ideal. Okay, I did not know how to do this one. This was abstract of a song, and at first I was doing Peach by Kevin Abstract, and then I realized I can't do this, so I did T-shirt by Boy Pablo. It's not our favorite song, but it's a song I really like. So yeah, I think it kind of makes sense, I guess, when you listen to the song and look at it. Okay, and next we have Billy. Okay, Billy is a character my friend Dar made up when we were playing Champed Up. And if you don't know what Champed Up is, it's like a game in Jackbox. It's a Steam game. The only characteristics he had was red cap, feet that go outwards, and a blue backpack. Anything else was free game, you know, do whatever you want. So that's what I did. He just looks a little bit more grown up. Okay, and for this day, it was redraw someone else's drawing, and I drew Seth's, and funny story, Carla did not understand the prompt. She thought it was just redraw anyone's drawing, so she redrew Sailor Moon, and we were like, oh, who drew Sailor Moon? And then she was like, the person who drew Sailor Moon, I don't know, and then so we had to explain to her that it was one of our Inktober drawings redrawn. Okay. This was also very challenging for me, but I like this one. This is a place I want to visit, and I wanted to visit a like flower field because I've never really been to one. I don't know if we have those in the Philippines, but my friend in Europe, Mel, I'm sure you guys have seen him before. There are some in Europe where he lives, and I'm very jealous of that because I would love to just stay in a field of flowers and maybe pick some. And for the last Inktober drawing, it was Halloween. So I just drew a witch with some blood gushing out of her mouth. She kind of looks like a vampire because of the blood, but I was very tired at this point. I made it really simple and I didn't try as hard as I should have. I think I was just very almost burnt out. Like my creative juices were not there anymore. But yeah, it was alright. I think I hear someone drilling, so I apologize if you hear that. But yeah, that was everything I drew in Inktober. And I know this is different. I don't usually post like time lapses of like a whole drawing and stuff like that. But I hope it was entertaining, or maybe it inspired you a bit to get creative again, or maybe it's just like, you know, nice background noise. Yeah, I feel like I just have these phases where like 1 month I'm super into just making a bunch of videos, another month I'm super into just drawing and drawing and drawing, and I think I needed this art month and take a break from all the film stuff since that's what I do every day for school. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a like. comment, and subscribe. I almost forgot my outro. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! See you soon!